11 ideas, part 3. So, tip number 8 is to actually focus on your cash flow. So, I've got a picture here of a bathtub, and I think this is the best analogy that I can give. So, when we say cash flow, we think of your bank account as being like a bathtub, and you've got to think about what's going out of that account, what's going out down the drain, literally, your expenses, and what is coming in. What income do you have? What is coming in? And think of money and the flow of money coming in through the taps. Got two taps on a bath. Hopefully you've got at least two sources of income and one going down the drain. So it's really important in these kind of times to focus on your cash flow. The aim of the game is to be ensuring that you've got more money coming in than what's going out. And a lot of people think about how can they increase their their income, how can they increase their cash flow, and they don't always think about the online opportunities. They might think, oh, can I get another job? But particularly in this kind of environment, consider eBay and what you might be able to sell online in order to increase your income and therefore improve your cash flow. There are other websites out there, so there's just a few more that I'd like to mention that are worth looking into. So you've got Music Magpie. That is a site that buys music, books, that sort of thing. There are a few of those kind of sites out there, such as ziffit.com, and a few others. So if you've got old books, you can look up the ISBN code and it will tell you how much they'd give you for the book. Oftentimes it's not necessarily a lot, but if you've got a lot of junk or you're trying to get rid of things, these are the kind of sites to put them on. And likewise, if you're looking for a bargain, instead of going out and trying to buy something first hand, why not look and see what else is out there? Gumtree is very good for selling things and buying things cheap. I got a lot of things when I was putting together a property, particularly just bits like furniture, and actually Gumtree was good for selling things. So there was an old car trailer that was in the garage, sold that 100 and I think £110, something like that. So you can get rid of a lot of things locally and buy some good bargains through Gumtree. So do have a look at that. Got a lot of office chairs for like 10 £20, whereas if you went first hand on Amazon they'd be like £50. And a lot of these things are literally like brand new. Just, you have things in your house you just don't need, or you just got a new one and it's not like the one you've got is particularly bad, but you just have to get rid of it. You don't want to throw it away because it's not a bad item. And sometimes some things are free. People just put them out there and just say, yeah, come and collect it. So focus on your cash flow. What can you be selling? Pre-loved is another website worth looking at. Pre-loved is, I think, a nice way of saying secondhand. So worth checking out. And there are opportunities to fill out surveys online. Respondent is one of my personal favourites. I've done a lot of survey work with them. Not a lot, but maybe one a month or so. And they pay you for, if you're chosen and selected to participate in the market research, for your time. So but these are all options to be in the comfort of your own home and ways to increase your money, or at the same time not have to spend so much if you're shopping for things on Gumtree or even eBay. Tip number 9 is, next step, you really need to start to save your money. So you increase your cash flow and then you need to start to save some of that money. So if you have bad habits, now is the time to try and shed them. So once you've started to save a little bit of money, what you can then start is what I like to call a rainy day fund. So you have a little bit of money in your bank account and you take a bit aside each time and you start to have a rainy day fund. And then as this grows, this is then your pot of gold, which you can then take on to the next level, which we'll talk about in the next slide. So the way to save money, the easiest way, and I think very, very simple, often overlooked, is you basically set up a standing order from your main bank account into your, and you open a secondary bank account, it can be with the same bank. They often let you set up a new account, a new savings account quite easily, and you call that your rainy day fund. And let's just say on the first of the month, money goes out from your main bank account into your rainy day fund. And you can start small. Oftentimes people say, oh, I can't afford it, I haven't got the money. Start small. Even if it's a pound, a dollar, £10 a week, a month, a day, whatever it is, just start doing that. But the thing is, once you put that in, you leave it there. You commit to keeping it there. So don't try and do too much. Just set yourself aside. Could be a weekly target, or like maybe every Friday X amount goes into the savings fund, or every Monday X amount goes into the savings fund. Whatever works for you. You can only save if you have a surplus. So it's no good, oh, I've got a bit of extra money for a few days, let's put it into the savings account, and then when I need it again, I'll dip into it. No, once it's in the savings account, it stays in the savings account. Now, another way, in order to have more money, to have this surplus, and to improve our cash flow. So we can improve our cash flow, but this is about finding ways in which we can make more money so that we can then be saving more. So one way to have more money is to actually spend less. Easier said than done, I hear you say, Lisa. Well, yes, but in this case, I'm going to talk about cashback. So cashback is, I'm not telling you not to spend. I'm telling you to spend as you normally would, but using a different payment method, and then that's how you can get cash back. So I'm asking you to revise where you spend. Let me elaborate. You will get better value if you're able to get cash back. The reason I say this, and it's worth just looking at your spending habits, it's just because some services, some things that we buy, we can't delete and erase completely, but we can get a better deal. So I'm going to explain a website, and it's worth just checking out, but this is just gives you one idea if you're in the UK as to what I mean. If you check out the website paylessforyourbills.co.uk, and what that is it's a company it's a savings club that offers you 5 services to choose from. Those 5 services are gas and electric, which is your energy, your mobile phone, your internet, broadband, and landline. So that's 5 services. So you can take one or all 5 services, completely up to you. But the idea is that it's a savings club, so they aim to get you to be able to pay less for your bills. The more services you take, the more you save. And the savings comes from the fact that instead of dealing with 5 separate companies, so in the UK you might have, for gas it could be British Gas, for telephone it could be British Telecom, etc. Instead of 5 different companies, if you just dealt with one, then that's a whole savings of admin, a whole savings of overheads. You're not dealing with 5 different buildings that have all got to be paid for, etc. You're just dealing with one company. So there is a saving when you deal with one company that can provide you with all these services. So there's a saving in that sense. Plus they also have what is called a cashback card, and they invite you to apply for that. There is no credit check as far as I'm aware, because this isn't actually a credit card, it's a prepaid card that you top up, and there's an example on the screen. So they partner with Visa. I think it used to be MasterCard, but I think now it's Visa, but it's a prepaid card. So basically you top up the card. It's the when you put money onto the card, it stays on the card. It's almost like a savings account as well, actually. It doesn't go anywhere. So you top up the card as often as you like. I would suggest once a month, top it up with £100, whatever. And then the way cashback works is that you go and shop at all of the partner retailers. So these are just some of the examples on the screen. And my personal favourites, where I shop a lot at, because I do have a cashback card, is with Wilko, shop a lot at Primark, not so much now because it's for clothes, but Argos, particularly when I had a property to furnish. So you shop as you normally would in any of these places. National Express on the coach, Halfords because I've got a bike, and Boots. A lot at Boots as well for skincare products. So anyway, you would shop where and buy what you normally buy, whether that's food. But all this cashback is all about is you shop at these retailers instead of where you might normally shop. So no one's telling you to spend less, but just shop in these places and use this card whilst you do it. Spend as normal. And then the way it works is that depending on which retailer it is, you get anywhere between 3 and 8% cash back. So let me just give you an example of the last 3 months. So I get a bill dated the 8th of August or on the 8th of each month. So recent bill, 8th of August 2020. So at the time, I had a mobile, and my cashback earnings for this month, and it would have been for the preceding month, so it's what I spent in July, was £6.02. So I've been using the cashback. I've been using my prepaid card. I've been topping it up, spending in these shops as per usual. And then when I get my bill, my cashback comes off my bill. So instead of the bill being £24, it was actually £17.98, and they collected that amount by direct debit on the 28th of August. I noticed that on this, because it is a savings club, they also have a refer a friend scheme. So if you introduce a friend, you'll receive £50. Or you can join the business as well, but that's another thing I'll talk about. But anyway, so then the cashback is applied to your bill. That's how cashback works in this case. So then in September, my bill, it was dated the 16th of September. And you see I've still got my mobile here. But I did a lot of spending in the month of August. Had things to buy. Plus August lockdown, we were released, so there was a lot of running about, a lot of spending to do. And my cashback earnings was therefore £102.78. Sorry, £102.48. So this was applied to the bill. Now, because the bill was only £27 for this one, then the total amount was actually credited. So I actually got the cash back into my bank account at the end of September. So I got back £75.48. And that was just because I'd received, my cashback was more than what my actual bill was. And so this is the thing. So I would have shopped at Argos, let's say, anyway, Wilko anyway, Primark anyway, Boots anyway, Halfords. I would have shopped at Sainsbury's, all of these places. I would have shopped there anyway. But the fact that I use my cashback card, so it's prepaid, I top it up, I get the money back off my bill. So that's one way to improve your cash flow. No one's asking you to spend less. They're just asking you to use a different route. So instead of spending usually on your debit card, you top up your cashback card, spend on the cashback card, get money back off your bill. What happened in October? Well, 8th of October, got my bill, and you see the mobile phone's gone up. That's because I've treated myself to an iPhone 11. So the mobile bill element's gone up because I'm having to pay for the handset. So that's my total charges. My cashback in this month, which would have been for spending done in September, was £22.25. And so my direct debit amount was £37.47. So once again, it was applied to the bill. So this is a UK savings club. So I'm sorry if you're listening and you're from a different part of the world. This only applies for the UK, but I am sure that there are other opportunities for cashback in your part of the world. Do a little bit of research. Because I'm in the UK, this is what I know about. And the company in question, independent research, Which Magazine and others have done research, and 93% of customers would recommend the utility warehouse to a friend, and they've got more than 500,000 customers, and it is a discount club. So they give you savings when you switch all your services. That's all 5 services, but you don't have to have all 5: phone, broadband, mobile, energy. It's simplicity for those that do have one bill for everything. So it helps with your budgeting, because if it's all about saving money and managing where your money goes, if you have one bill, you know that's how much you've got to pay, and then that saves you having to think, right, okay, so when the phone comes out, I need that amount. When the internet comes out, I need that amount. When the mobile comes out, I need that amount, etc. Just got it all on one bill. And it is a British company and a UK call centre. Basically, the more services you take, the more you save. That's how it works. It's a savings club. Now, I thought, okay, so not everyone is going to be in the UK, so what other cashback opportunity might there be for my global audience? So here we have an example of an Amazon card, and I do have an Amazon card as well, so I can talk about this from experience too. And I've got a platinum card, and that's the card that I've applied for. Now, if you've got an Amazon account, oftentimes you might have seen it offer you or invite you to apply for a credit card. But if you apply for their MasterCard, you get a £20 Amazon gift card upon approval. So that's £20 that you get to spend on the Amazon website. And if you're like a lot of people, especially in this lockdown, Amazon has done a roaring trade, and I'm sure more and more people are buying things from Amazon. So just to apply for the credit card and get your £20 gift card is worth it in itself, if you ask me, because there is no annual fee on this card. You get 1.5 Amazon reward points per £2 spent on amazon.co.uk, and you get half a Amazon reward point for £2 spent everywhere else. So therefore, once you've got 1,000 points, that equals a £10 gift card, and it's applied directly to your Amazon account. So that is a way to get cash back. So if you get a card like this, you put all your spending on this card. Each time you're spending, you are earning reward points, and then you can apply them onto Amazon. I used to have a cashback card for American Airlines, and I still have my American Express card, which has got it's not so much cashback, it's actually more you earn travel points with British Airways. But obviously, due to everything going on at the moment, travel is limited, it's restricted. So I'm not sure when I'll get an opportunity to use my British Airways air miles, but I know I can use Amazon all day, every day. So I'm not trying to encourage people to spend what they wouldn't spend necessarily. But if you do have a credit card and you can pay it off month to month, which is what I do with my Amazon, then it's worth maybe just putting all your expenses onto this card, paying it off month to month, earning some reward points whilst you're at it, and then every time you get a gift card, it's a little, reward for yourself. Another example of cashback on spending is with a PayPal MasterCard. So paypal.com, if you've got a PayPal account and they're free to open, you can get 2% cashback every day, every purchase, every time you use your card. No exceptions, no rotating categories to keep track of. Just spend on using this card and you get 2% cashback, and that is applied to your PayPal account. I do have a PayPal card. I haven't got round to using this one so much, but there is 2% cashback on the spending when you use that card. So if you do have a PayPal account, it's worth applying for the card, and then again, whether you spend your money, you get that cashback.